live and local with coverage you can count on. This is WNEM-TV5 News at 6.
A small community in shock tonight after this local man was arrested and charged with the brutal kidnapping and rape of a woman.
Police say John Curcio II kidnapped the woman, imprisoned her, and raped her. It's an allegation that surprised many we talked to who said Curcio seems like a nice, normal guy.
TV5's James Felton is live in Standish with the very latest. James.
Guys, people in Aranet County are surprised that someone who was thought of so well to play Santa Claus is now facing some serious allegations.
I was very shocked.
This woman is talking about the disturbing accusations directed at her neighbor, this man, John Curcio II. Prosecutors are accusing him of kidnapping and a violent sexual assault.
He's come over and visited a couple times. He just didn't seem to me like the kind of guy that could do something like that.
The Aranet County Prosecutor's Office claims Curcio restrained and confined his female victim. He allegedly had sexual acts with her, sexual acts so violent that the victim needed to be hospitalized. Claims that are hard for this mother to believe.
We have, a young child, and if that's the case, that's kind of scary.
The Sheriff's Department was also caught off guard.
We're pretty surprised.
That's because Curcio played the role of Santa Claus for their Shop with a Cop program. Don McIntyre is the undersheriff. He says Curcio passed his background check with flying colors.
He had no previous history of anything like that.
McIntyre said he has heard the concerns from some parents who are upset their child was in close contact with Curcio while he played Santa.
In our program, Santa Claus is in a room full of cops the entire time. Nobody's kids were put in any risk or harm as far as their contact while they were at the event.
Meanwhile, McIntyre wants everyone to know another fact in this case.
The victim was not a child. There are some things that would kind of provide a little bit more ease of mind for some of those parents. However, they can't be talked about at this point because the case is still in the process.
Curcio is lodged in the county jail without bond. And getting back to our unidentified woman, she tells us she's not ready to pass judgment on Curcio yet.
I guess it's all in the court's hands.
Guys, in all, Curcio is facing 8 felony counts, 6 counts of criminal sexual conduct, 1 count of kidnapping, and another count of confinement. Reporting live and local from Aranet County, James Felton, WNEM TV5.
All right, James, thank you. And stay with TV5 for continuing coverage on air and online for more on this developing story.
A slightly warmer night across mid-Michigan. We got spoiled with temperatures in the upper 20s today. I can't believe I'm saying this. Meteorologist Brian Bachman joins us with a look ahead. Hi, Brian.
Hi there, Carrie. It's amazing how 1 week of absolutely frigid weather will just completely change your perception on temperatures that would otherwise be considered pretty cold. 28 the current temperature as we take a live look this evening. Over Grand Blanc, still a nice post-sunset sky there. How's that for a nice change of pace, too? 6 o'clock and still a little bit of daylight on that horizon there. High today there was 30 degrees, so everybody's surging way above, certainly compared to where we've been, and just a slight westerly breeze there right now at about 9 miles per hour. So the wind chills there are a little bit of a factor tonight, but certainly not near the brutal cold we have seen earlier this week. As for our sky tracker, we're starting to see the deck of clouds thin out a little bit as a little patch of drier air is working in ahead of an existing frontal boundary, which draped currently just to our north. You can see a pretty well-defined band of snow showers sinking its way southeastward across the UP. Some of these will work their way into lower Michigan and ultimately our area over the next several hours, but most of them likely to fall apart a little bit as they do so probably amounting to little more than just a few flurries as you're conducting your evening travel plans. Cloudy skies in both Flint and Saginaw right now, but the temperatures at least staying on the slightly more comfortable side, low 30s, upper 20s. We got some more flurries ahead for Friday, but then a weekend thaw on the way, at least a slight one. I'll explain all the details on that coming up in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Brian, thank you. Developing news tonight, police are looking into a possible stranger danger case in one local community. Flushing City Police sent out a notice to parents warning them of an older white man that has been taking pictures of children playing in the front yard of a home. Police say when the man was approached, he quickly left.
There hasn't been any incidents of trying to lure anybody in the car or any indications that there's like an imminent danger to the kids. But it's an incident that we would like to know more information about.
Police say the man was driving an older white pickup truck with a topper. He was wearing square-rimmed glasses. If you have any information on this case, call the Flushing Police Department.
Bay City police need your help solving a rash of break-ins on the city's east side. Investigators say teenagers, usually in groups of 3 or 4, are breaking into cars and homes. They are doing it late at night or very early in the morning. If you have any information, call Bay City Police.
And new at 6, police say a fight in a grocery store parking lot put one local teenager in the hospital. It happened this afternoon near the Kroger store in Buena Vista. Buena Vista police say 2 teens were fighting in the parking lot of the Tri-City Plaza on Dixie Highway. No weapons were involved, and the fight had ended by the time they got there. They say no one was arrested, but one of the teens did have to go to the hospital. An elderly couple is without a home tonight after a huge fire in Saginaw County. It happened this morning on West Birch Run Road in St. Charles Township. Fire crews say an 81-year-old man and his wife woke up to the fire in their home. They were able to get out, but the home is a total loss. The fire department says they will have to demolish the home because it is now a safety hazard.
There is a full basement in that house yet, and we don't want anybody going through the floor. We don't want the rest of the roof coming down on them.
Investigators say they do not know what caused this fire. Continuing coverage now on the battle over gay marriage in Michigan.
Today, a federal judge ruled that Michigan must recognize the more than 300 same-sex marriages performed during a brief window last year. But the judge also stayed his own ruling for 21 days to give the state of Michigan a chance to appeal.
There are a lot of twists and turns in this case, so let's take you through it. Last March, a different federal judge ruled the state's ban on gay marriage was unconstitutional and overturned it.
The next day, 4 county clerks opened on Saturday and issued marriage licenses to more than 300 couples. Later that day, a federal court stayed the ruling, and then on March 25th, the ruling was stayed indefinitely. And today, a federal judge ruled the state must recognize the marriages, but stayed his own ruling for 21 days to give the state enough time to appeal.
More local news now. As Brian said earlier, no snowstorms are on the radar as we take this live look over Saginaw. But when that snow does hit, you want to be safe while out driving. And some online tools like this one you see right there may help you do just that. WNEM-TV5's Elena Holland shows us the help available at our fingertips.
They log on every morning wanting to know where we are, what we're doing.
Snow-covered roads, a major concern for winter drivers and dangerous too. So you'd want to know which roads are clear and which ones are not.
Anything that potentially cause a delay in your travel.
And the Saginaw County Road Commission has the tool to keep you informed. This is their plow locator. It shows you where they are and what roads are clear.
When we've hit your road or cleared your road, just so they know that we're responding, how we're responding, and just to give them a basic idea of what we're doing on the roadways.
The locator can be found on the Saginaw County Road Commission website. Pink arrows, that's a plow. Black dots mean that road has been cleared.
If they can get to the website and it answers their questions more efficiently, faster, saves them a phone call, well then, it's all about providing the best service we can.
But the Road Commission has one more tool to keep you up to date on information about where they are and what they're doing. It's their Facebook page.
The Facebook page is updated daily. It gives the status of the plows, where they are, where to avoid, as well as other functions of the Road Commission.
During the summer months, you'll see our chip seal where our crews are working, areas to avoid. In the winter, you'll note that we are out plowing, icing roads.
Staying safe this winter. The plow locator and the Facebook page are just a couple tools that will help.
And I think this is a great tool to show them and be completely transparent.
In Saginaw, Elena Holland, WNEM-TV5.
And for a link to the Road Commission's website, just click onto the hot link section of WNEM.com.
A pair of Mid-Michigan hospitals are telling some sick people to stay away.
Still ahead, what they say you can do to help stop the spread of illness.
And our friends at Health Source are here to give you advice on how to beat depression. You can call the number on your screen right there. And next, you're going to hear from a depression expert on how to beat the winter blues.
You are watching WNEM TV5 News at 6, serving Flint, Merrill, Vassar, and your hometown too.
It's coverage you can count on. We'll be right back.